getting ready today, just putting a little bit of effort. Haven't been putting makeup on since I've been working from home for a while now, and I'm getting ready because it's date night tonight. So anyone with a partner out there, with a significant other, with a special someone, make sure get that date night scheduled down on your calendar and treat it just like a workout, like an appointment that you are promising not to miss because it's on your calendar.
So I anxiously posted it at 1 a.m. in the Facebook group, probably why everyone was sleeping gracefully. So that's how fast I usually jump from one thing to another. I just made a video about my obsession with oat milk latte, and now I am onto this matcha green tea latte. The thing with this one is it's not just for the taste, it has tons of benefits too. I got a high quality, good grade matcha, so not all matchas are created equal. Apparently there's stuff for commercial use where it's not really, you know, when you're making it in huge batches, it's not really high quality. This one is ceremonial grade matcha, so it's a bit pricey, but I'm really after the benefits, and the taste is good too if I add like a teaspoon of honey and milk. So last video I posted, I talked about, we went through a goal setting session. So we basically determined our big dreams, our big crazy dreams. So for this video, I know how that could maybe seem overwhelming for a lot of people, but the trick to that is, and my point on doing that is to be able to really find out what you guys really want. I mean, sometimes it's hard to pinpoint those things if you limit yourself. So we wanted to dream big. We wanted to see what we really wanted in life before we go on to this next video, which is how to achieve those what seems to be crazy big dreams and make it into a reality. We're going to break things, these big goals, into smaller chunks, smaller bite-sized chunks, so we can take one baby step at a time and inch our way towards our goals. So we wrote our goals, we wrote it down on a piece of paper, we put it down on our computer, on our phone, whatever it is you did. What's gonna happen if it stays there? Okay, nothing. How is it gonna come to fruition if you just have it sitting there? Nothing. So the secret sauce that that's going to make this into a reality is taking actions, taking massive actions. And in order to make those massive actions less overwhelming and scary, is taking small baby steps at a time. And we're going to go over that through this video, how to make our to-do list that is purposeful, that will lead us to the direction of the life that we want. And we are going to start with our monthlies on your printable. So if you don't have that yet, go ahead and grab them. And I believe we stopped at step 5, where you evaluated your dreams and you created your goals. And now that you have your goals set, we're going to gather those goals and categorize them in this next step and into your areas of life. And if you did this correctly, you would have prioritized your areas of life based on your highest priority, which could probably be your health and fitness or family or whatever it is. And then arrange these in order of your priorities and then categorize those goals underneath those areas of life. So it really depends on you, on the individual. You know yourself best. If this is the first time you're doing this, it's okay to make mistakes, and you'll learn as you go through the process and throughout the years that of your own capacity and how much goals you can do per month. But for now, take a stab at it. If you have an idea, great. If not, it's fine. Take a stab at it. Take a few of those goals that you created from step 5 and put them in your monthlies. Some of you might start off with 1 goal a month. You can do 2 or 3. If you're an expert, you can do more than 5. And then what's going to happen is you're going to be working on those goals for this year, and it depends on how fast you're going to finish them. You can check them off, and then after you're done with those goals, you can grab more from the goals that you created from step 5. It's basically step 5 is your data bank of your goals. And if you don't get it done for this month, it's okay. You can always adjust it. We can move things around, and we can move those leftover goals for the next following month. So at this step, I just don't want you to overwhelm yourself. Start off with a few goals and then work on it. Because you're going to have a quarterly goals check-in. This is where you evaluate your stuff, look back, try to see which goals are working out, which goals are still realistic for you, which goals are not realistic or not attainable anymore. That's why it's really important to check on yourself quarterly. You can keep the goals, extend it, or cross it off if you're done, or just totally eliminate it from your list because it's not really realistic. And you also might want to think about any things that you can add onto it that you might have missed when you did it at the beginning, and just to make sure you're still headed towards the path you want to take. Okay, after the monthlies and the quarterlies, we're going to be breaking them further into your weeks and your daily to-dos. So these are the small baby actionable steps that I was talking about. So when you're writing out your weeklies and your daily to-dos, make sure it is related to your life area, to the goals and your dreams that is working towards your life area. So in this page, your weekly page, daily page, I want you to write down your life area on the left side of the page, and then based on your priority as usual, so you keep your top priorities on top and the least priorities at the bottom. And I want you to determine for each area your non-negotiables for the day. Usually my non-negotiables will be from 1 to 3 items. Non-negotiables meaning I have to do these things no matter what. Okay, like one of my non-negotiable will be working out, and then another one could be filming my YouTube videos, because this is one of my goals, and I make sure I check that off in my calendar on the day that I scheduled it for. So I want you to list all your non-negotiables first and write them down, set it as a priority, and then you can work around that. For the little stranglers or the other things that you might want to work on, that it's okay that you can miss it for today, or you can probably leave off for tomorrow or for next month. And then on top of that, you work on your appointments, anything that you really need to do that day in terms of meeting with people, job interviews, doctor's appointment, any engagements, any appointments that you need to attend to that's also important in your life. You also write that down on your daily planner. And then as you go through your week and through your days every day, what you do is you look at this calendar or planner that you created, You make sure you attend to the appointments that you set, the time that you set, and the day that you set. And you also make sure that you go through all of these non-negotiables that you placed on top based on your priority. You go from top to the bottom. So if health and fitness is on top, you work out first, and then if your finances, and then if your relationship is next, maybe spend time with your kids or your husband, you make sure you do that next, and then so on and so forth. And then all the things at the bottom, also the stuff that you need to do that are appointments. And the last priority, of course, in your to-do list are the stranglers, like what I said. Whatever else you need to do, but you don't really have to, put them in there, and then try to check them off as you end the day. And if you were not able to get to them, it's okay. The most important thing is you did your non-negotiables, you did your appointments, and then the stranglers could probably, if you get it done, good for you, that you feel more accomplished and productive. If not, they can go on the next day. So my advice to you with these things, you are setting an appointment, you try your best to meet all of them, but also give yourself some grace and compassion if you're not able to do things on time as you said on your planner. It's okay to move things around. I know that a lot of things happen in our lives that are unexpected, and if they do, be flexible as well. And then don't beat yourself up if you don't get to check it off, if you don't get to do it on time. You can move things around the calendar, you can move things around throughout the day or throughout the week. It's okay. Now that you have the tools on how to construct a very productive day, we're done with the easy part. We're done with determining your goals, determining your dreams, and determining the actionable items that you need to do in order to reach your dreams. That's the easiest part. The hardest part is when life does happen. That is phase 5. What you do when things don't go your way is you just need to persevere. I just want you to remember as you're doing life is that failure does not exist. Okay, if things do fail or it doesn't go your way, it's just a way of life letting you know that this is probably not for you. The path you're trying to take is probably not for you, and it's time to change things around, time to tweak things around. Take this as a challenge or as a lesson learned, a phase where you've accumulated a set of skills that you could probably use for another path that you need to take. And then when it does get overwhelming and frustrating at the end, just go back to your strong why. So we did this exercise on the previous video in the first part during the goal setting session. We determine your strong why, and in times where life gets rough, just revisit those whys. And this is the exact reason why we did that exercise at the beginning, because we need an anchor, something to hold on to when life just doesn't go our way. And the last part is phase 6, which is to celebrate. Okay, this is probably as important as every phase that we've discussed, because it's really important to pat yourself at the back. It is not easy. Everything that you do in life is not easy, and if you celebrate all the small things, even just the baby steps that we're trying to do for checking things off your list every day, if you celebrate that, then it just makes the whole process a lot more enjoyable, and the more you're going to stick to it. And when I say celebrating, you can go as small or as big as you want. Maybe go grab yourself a cup of coffee if you're feeling accomplished and productive for that day, or treat yourself for a spa that month if you were able, especially when you're able to check off those big milestone goals. Before I end this video, I just want to remind you that no matter what, whether you do achieve those goals or not, the most important thing is you did learn a lot from the process. And that's really what's enjoyable about it, is that as you go through life, as you go use all these tools that you learn, you also develop as a person. And every single day, the more you work on yourself, it's just a step closer to the better and higher version of yourself. It's always going to be like that, whether there's failures or challenges or bumps on the road, whether you achieve it or whether you don't, you're always going to be the higher version of yourself. That's it for this video. I hope you guys learned a lot of things, and I hope this will set a great tone for you for this new year of 2022. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys subscribe and to this channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified for any new videos from me. And I hope you also share it to anyone that you think that will benefit from this, anyone that wants to achieve their goals this 2022. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.